We're live on Saturday at noon or so from the couch. Good lighting too. Let me see that cat.
There she is.
Come here, man. Look at this kitten. Okay, you're free to go. Free to go, ma'am. Hi, everybody. Okay, I was gonna pull up. Here's my notebook. My map. Oh, this is gonna die. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I think I'm gonna have to plug this in. Hey everybody, today we're planning my trip. Hey Lori, hey Laura, Laura and Lori, hello, hello. Hey, hey Pat, how are you? Yeah, hit that thumbs up. You got it, Pat, thank you. JJ, hello, hello. Okay, I'm plugging my tablet in. I like to do a lot of look at my maps and things on my tablet, and it has to charge, so. Welcome everyone, happy Saturday, happy Memorial Day weekend. We are live today from inside because it's 100 degrees outside and I don't want to be there. So, oh, I'm very jealous that it's storming where you're at. How is that kitty doing? She's doing awesome. She's currently playing with her toys. 57? I would take 57 over 97 right now, for sure. So, let's chat on this Saturday with this cat. Come here, cat. Wee. She's too busy playing. She doesn't want anything to do with her mom. Where should we start? So I'm planning my Minnesota trip. I leave on July 6th. So I'm working on doing that, and then I also got a bunch of stuff. I just decided instead of doing like an actual video, I would do a live video because I don't really have anything else to do today. And since it is hot out, hey Deb from Massachusetts, how are you? Nice to see you, Deb. I thought I'd just kind of show you guys some stuff on my couch. So Pat, I have to be totally honest with you. I haven't really had like a full chance to test out my AC unit with the hoses and everything yet, because when I go up to northern Arizona, I don't need it. It's like the weather is literally perfect. But down here in the valley, it's been like 105 degrees. So it's been so hot that I haven't even wanted to attempt to hook it up to my van yet and like set it up because it's so hot out. So, but it's great. It's a great unit itself, and it's effective. I just haven't had the chance yet to like fully hook it up and everything. So, but so far so good. So if you guys were watching my videos about this last hectic week in Flagstaff, or in the Flagstaff area, I wasn't exactly staying in Flagstaff, but aside from the crazy campers, hey, how are ya? Yeah, me too. I was just gonna talk about that. So I got my my Switzerland. Hey Maya, how are you? All the way from Switzerland. Thanks for tuning in. I got the Grandpa Gus's mouse repellent, which I actually posted about this morning on my community page, but also this is just a spray, and you can get little packets too of like the it's like a physical packet of substance. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I like the spray. It says you can use it in stored vehicles, machinery, in your house, cabin, shop, RV, boat, car storage. So, and what I like about this is it's only 3 ingredients, so it's like a natural, yeah, the pouches, thank you, the pouches. It's only 3 ingredients, so the peppermint oil and the cinnamon oil is really a nice natural repellent. So I snagged that from Amazon. So that's my newest addition. Eddie, when I was up north, Eddie gave me a couple of the packets, and so that's what I put in my engine bay when I heard the mice in there. So, and yes, I'm drinking at lunchtime on a Saturday. Feel free to join me. Okay, let's let me show you. So a couple other things, and you guys know I had to kind of, oh yeah, you know what, my friend, desert mice are a big issue. Yeah, desert mice are an issue, especially like out in quartzite. Now, they're generally not an issue for me because A, I drive a lot, so I'm never, like my van's never anywhere for more than 2 days without moving. I like to drive, so, but, yes ma'am. My cat, she's being so mouthy. Well, I already had lunch, so that's why I'm like, oh, it's time for beer now, because I just ate my lunch. But yeah, desert mice are definitely a thing out here. So, speaking of the Zero Breeze, I got my inverter. So, actually, let's open it together. This is the 12-volt inverter, so I can, yeah, flashing lights would work. I have a flashing lantern that I like to put under my engine bay. That works too. Even a basic lantern, you guys, if you have like a super basic lantern, solar lights, solar string lights, any sort of or motion detector lights, those work really well, like underneath your engine bay. So this is my Zero Breeze inverter. Ta-da! So I have multiple. Okay, so this. Okay, so this makes sense. There's my 12-volt attachment for my inverter here for the Zero Breeze. So I can either plug it into my van or into the my power stations. So Zero Breeze just sent me this. They had forgotten to send it with my my unit, but that's okay. No big deal. I don't like the angle of my camera. So, okay. So I have that. Here's the Bluetti adapter that I didn't have in my van. So this will plug right into my solar panels and then into my Bluetti EB70S. What are your thoughts on sleeping in a hammock in a van or SUV? Definitely not for me, but I've seen people do it. I cannot personally imagine sleeping in a hammock in a van or SUV. I just, that idea just like blows my mind that people can sleep that way, but I've seen people do it. If you could sleep that way, it's a great space saver. But yeah, I have a bad back and a bad hip, and like, I need like I need my bougie mattress to sleep on. But I have seen plenty of people do hammocks and things like that as a space saver, and I think it's great. If you can sleep like that, that's dope. More power to you. I'm not the type of person who can like sleep anywhere, so I need my comforts. Okay, so yeah, so I got my 2 adapters, so I'm all set with this stuff, which is great, because Kiddo and I were hitting the road again Tuesday. You know, of course, it's a holiday weekend, so I have a power cord bag, I do, and I keep a lot of my power cords in a CD case, and I have that like from the 90s. Like, do you guys remember CDs? So I keep them in there, and I keep them labeled with a Sharpie. So I do have a couple great organizational things for keeping all these stored, but it is kind of a pain, like with this one and with my Bluetti EB70S power station. That's a big, like, it's a honkin' cord inverter box thing, battery pack. I don't know what it's called right now, but it's huge. So that's kind of a downfall to those. Recommend for portable station units. Yeah, you know, I think so. When I first started van life, I started with the Jackery 240 Explorer, which was absolutely phenomenal before I ended up having a lot more electronic needs. So depends on what you need it for. You know, with a 500, you can charge your tablets and even a small laptop, and you can run a lot of appliances off that. If you have bigger electronics that you need to use, you will need, you know, you might want to do a 1000. So, you know, it just really depends on your needs and how much electricity you use. Yeah, I am also probably going to have to sell a kidney on the black market to make it through my summer trip this summer, so that's relatable. I spent $5.09 at the pump yesterday. But don't get me started, because that just makes me angry. So, I went to this store called Five Below yesterday. Jordan introduced me. So, Five Below, we actually have a big distribution plant near the house. But I live in Arizona, and there's distribution plants everywhere. So, I went to Five Below, and Five Below is a store where, let's say, a retailer, online retailer, brick and mortar retailer, has a bunch of items, and they've been sitting in the storage for 2 years, and they can't sell them. They send them to Five Below. So when I first saw Five Below, I was like, oh yeah, you know, I recognize the logo, I recognize the name. My first thought was temperature. I'm thinking 5 below 0. Like temperature wise, and I don't want anything to do with that type of cold or the snow. So I was like, that sounds like some sort of ski shop, and I want nothing to do with it. No, turns out it's like a really cool discount store, but way higher quality than like Dollar General or Family Dollar. So I want to show you guys what I got. I got socks. I got these super cute socks. This is literally 10 pairs of socks for $5. So you can't even get them that cheap on Amazon. So, and these are super cute socks with my favorite colors. So I got these socks, like I said, $5 for 10 pairs. I also realized that, so Winston's collapsible bowls that we travel with, I've had them for like 2 years, and 2 of them that we use consistently, like they kind of need to be replaced. So I found this adorable dog travel bowl that says good vibes only. And it's one of the collapsible ones. So that was only $3.50, so I snagged that. Always need poop bags because I am a responsible dog mom, so I do pick up Winston's waste. And so 240 dog bags for $5. Like, yes please. So I got those too. Next, I got this. So I got this. It's 73 ounces, so a little over half a gallon. It's just a big water jug. It's my favorite color, and the main reason I got this is because I'm constantly filling up Winston's like water bowls and things. And it is dishwasher safe, so that's cool. Only for cooled beverages. Yeah, so I got this canteen for $5. So like I said, it's like a little over half a gallon of water, so I can use that to fill up Winston's bowls and things like that. Pretty handy. $5. Baby, come here. Come here, man. Are you cute? Come here. Ooh. Show everybody how cute you are. Oh, you're so stupid. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, be sure to hit like. Look at how cute my kitten is. Baby. Okay, I'll leave you alone. All right. Thank you, Julie. Yes, nice to see you, my friend. Oh, that's a great idea, Maya. Yeah, that's a great idea. And using those magnets, super awesome. Oh, my cat just jumped on my table. Maybe. Oh. She's so perfect. She loves her mom. So the next thing I got, you gonna sit with mom here? No. Okay. Don't drink my beer, homie. You're not old enough. The last thing I got, which I might be most excited about, is this collapsible storage cube with a lid. So this is going to replace the dollar store one that I have in my van, in my trunk, on the top of my teal shelves. That's what this will replace. It's higher quality, and it's just more attractive. You know, it's more attractive than the cheap navy dollar store ones. So it just comes with this, and then the, you know, of course the bottom that goes in it. Like that. So it's like the exact same size as my dollar store one, but like I said, it's higher quality. And then it has your lid. How nice is that? So I think this was $5 as well. So it'll look way better and just be better than my navy one that I have. So what are you playing with, ma'am? Baby. So yeah, so these are all things I'm very excited about. Socks, my cube, my dog bags, my bowl for Winston, and then my jug. Throw it all in here. Take it out to the van. Boop, all set. So that's dope. So now it's time to plan a trip because I'm leaving on July 6th for Minnesota. And I'm giving myself 6 days to get there, even though it wouldn't take me that long if I didn't want to. I'm going to take my sweet ass time to get there. And I'm going to pull up my route so I can tell you guys what I plan to. My kitten is ferocious. How I plan to get there. Now, getting to Minnesota, I'm going to take the highways. I don't like to take back routes anymore because it just stresses me out when I actually have a destination. I'm trying to get somewhere to do stuff. I don't want to take back roads. I like to just take the highways. It's fast, it's easy, and it's convenient because there's... Hi, what are you doing? Mom, you're so pretty. Can I kiss you? Can I kiss that tongue? Oh. Oh my. Are you perfect? She really puts up with my crap. Yeah, I thought, Julie, same. I was like, I don't want anything to do with that snow store. I'll tell you what. Like, this is why I live in Arizona, so I don't have to deal with snow and those sort of temperatures. So, okay. My cat distracted me. So what I'm doing is I'm going to Minnesota and I'm on my tablet because I'm looking up the route. And I'm going to be house sitting for my family for like 10 days or so. So that's the reason I'm actually going to get to Minnesota a little earlier than I planned because, fun fact, both my parents are from Minnesota. All my family's there. And, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse. That was my cat. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh. I love cats. Mealy, you silly. I love it. That was funny. What are those emojis? Oh, it's a cat. Oh, they're cat. Oh man, we have too much fun around here. She jumped up on I have like this little laptop table and she jumped up on it and so. Anyway, so all my family's in Minnesota. My parents are here, but my family's in Minnesota. And Jordan is actually from Minnesota as well, which is funny. I'm from Indiana. But in any event, all right, so let's see. So from here where I'm at, and I'm currently in Buckeye, Arizona, that's where my home is, to my destination in Minnesota, the total mileage is, so it'll take me 24 hours of driving to get there, so about a day. But like I said, I'm gonna break that up into 6 days, so I only have to drive 4 hours a day if I want to. I'll probably have days where, I'll have a couple days where I maybe drive 2 hours and a couple days where I maybe drive 8 hours. It depends on how I'm feeling. Whenever I do big trips, like around the country or across the country, I always give myself at least 1 or 2 extra days to plan for weather, illness, and just being exhausted. So, because if I don't feel well or I'm exhausted, I'm not going to want to drive. So I always give myself a couple days extra just in case. So the main route that I'm going to take really is on the I-40. So I'm going to go through Arizona and New Mexico on the I-40. And actually, I don't know if I like this route. So there's a few different routes I can take. One is taking the I-40 to the 54 up to the 70 and the 35. I don't think I like that route. I might go through Oklahoma City. Okay, let's see if I... So this is essentially the route it has me taking. So it's through Arizona, New Mexico, and this one has tolls. I don't want to go on that. How much are tolls these days? Are there any fires? Any fires in Arizona right now? Honestly, I have to check fire status. I'm not sure. I think they got out the tunnel fire in Flagstaff, and I'm not sure what the status of the one in Prescott is. Okay, so now I could take the I-40 like through Oklahoma. Let's see, what if I did that? So right now it's showing me that I have a 24-hour drive. I'm trying to move my route on this map and it's not working. Well, in any event, this has me going up through Kansas and the corner of Oklahoma, like the handle on Oklahoma, the panhandle essentially, up through Kansas. But I think I'd rather stick on the I-40 through Albuquerque, Amarillo, and Oklahoma City. And then go up on the 35 to Wichita, Kansas, or go through Tulsa on the 44 and go up through Missouri into Kansas City and then into Iowa. There are lots of options. But I did learn last year when I took my journey through Colorado and Kansas and Nebraska. That's how I learned that I don't like to do like the back road stuff, because once you get into Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, if you start taking the back roads, you're limited on really places that you can stop, amenities, you know, there's not going to be any like Planet Fitness along the way or anything like that. And on this trip, since I'm on a tighter budget because gas is so expensive, I really just want to stick to like a main fast route with a lot of civilization and a lot of options for amenities, parking, camping, and showering. Which is why I think going through Amarillo, Texas, and Oklahoma on the I-40 might be a better bet for me. Also, because I much prefer the I-40 drive through Amarillo, Texas, and Oklahoma through Oklahoma City and Tulsa. I much prefer that I-40 drive to the northern drive in Kansas on the 54. That just doesn't sound good to me. And then if I go through Tulsa, I can just go up through Joplin, Missouri, which, I mean, we've been there before. Well, we've been to all these places multiple times now. And that would take me up through the Iowa, and Iowa's really boring to drive through, but there's still plenty there. Yeah, how much, yeah, New Mexico, I think, has fires. They're windy too. Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, I hate back roads. And it's so slow, and I don't like getting stuck behind like a bunch of work trucks and trailers and things like that. Yeah, the toll roads, I know there are toll roads on, well, there are tons of tolls through Oklahoma. I, I've spent so much money on tolls just like exclusively in Oklahoma. It's crazy. But I don't mind tolls. I'd rather pay tolls if it's gonna get me there on the highway as opposed to having to go to the back roads, because I just don't want to do it. I mean, I remember driving through Kansas for like 3 hours, and I swear I didn't see any civilization for like 3 hours. Like, it was terrible. I was not into it. Like, there wasn't a Walmart, there wasn't like a place I could stop, and like that makes me nervous, because I want to be able to stop at places like that if I have to, especially when I'm, you know, in the middle of the country on a trip somewhere. So, oh yeah, I still work. Yeah, I own a writing business. I own a freelance writing business. So yeah, I work. So that's my only real, I think, change, is I'm going to end up just taking the I-40 through Amarillo and Oklahoma City and then going up from there. It runs pretty parallel to the other route. Yeah, I don't know why my tablet is not being as responsive as my phone is on Google Maps. So normally on Google Maps, I can literally pull up a route, and then, you know, so there are blue and gray routes, and so I can normally swap out the routes and like move the lines in the map, but this is not letting me do that for some reason. Okay, so, but if okay, so I could add this stop. Let me swap this around. This is not right. So if I add Oklahoma City as this, okay, there we go. That works. So here we go. So this would take me up through Wichita. Okay, I think that's probably better. So this is essentially the route I'll take. So it'll start here in Phoenix. I'll take the I-40 to Oklahoma City, and then from Oklahoma City I will go up to Wichita, Kansas, because I know that will have a lot of stuff. I think Oklahoma City and Wichita both have a Planet Fitness if I need to shower. And then from Wichita, that'll take me up to Kansas City, Missouri, Des Moines, Iowa, and then all the way up to Northfield, Minnesota. So I think that'll be my best bet. I want to hit the main cities because I want my drive to be as easy and fuel efficient as possible. And I can cruise control on those highways. I've literally cruise controlled on the I-40 for like 5 hours before. Just like cruising at the speed limit, no traffic. So I'd much rather do that. And then, actually, do I have the Planet Fitness app? So one thing I like to do before I go on these big trips, like, so now I'm like, okay, I have my route. Now I look to see, okay, I know from here to Albuquerque it's 8 hours. So I'll probably stop, probably won't, that's a crap drive, I hate that drive. I'll probably go to like Gallup, stop there, Albuquerque, or I'll do like Gallup and then go to Santa Rosa, New Mexico. So I know all of these big cities, I've been to them before, and then this way I can look to see, okay, is there a Planet Fitness there? Is there a Walmart parking lot there? Is there like a Cabela's or a Cracker Barrel, something like that that I can stop at? What are my conveniences along the way? And those are really important factors when I choose my route. And that's the other reason why I don't go on back roads, because I know that these conveniences that I like to take advantage of aren't going to be there. And in fact, I don't even think I think there's one Planet Fitness in Nebraska. So just to give you an idea, South Dakota, Nebraska, and Kansas, well, not South Dakota, I take that back. Nebraska, Kansas, and Iowa are a little harder to find good van life spots. I'll just put it that way. However, like I said, South Dakota. South Dakota is one of my favorite states. I love South Dakota. It's underrated. It's beautiful. The people are friendly. There's not a lot of people, which is great. It's just so open and beautiful, and like, I don't know. It feels so free in South Dakota. I just love it. So I'm going to go there again on my way home. So I think, and so I'm house sitting in Minnesota, and then I'll be going up to Hayward, Wisconsin with the family. And so after that, and after I spend time with my grandma and do all that good stuff, because I turned 34 on July 22nd. So, hey Tina, how are you? Hey Jason. Oh yeah, no, I've traveled on I-40 and I-10 across the entire country. At this point, I've been to 41 states. That's where I'm sitting. I'm currently sitting at 41 states. So I've traveled on the I-40 and the I-10 each way, both the entire way. What is on my shirt? Why didn't someone tell me I had carpet on my shirt? It's from my cat. She had it in her claws. And I prefer the I-40 to the I-10. So, it's just my preference. Just my preference. Actually, one of my favorite shirts says Route 66, and it has like the entire route, and I just love it, because I'm like, oh, I've been on the whole Route 66. Makes me so happy. So, okay. Now let's say we're going to go to South Dakota. Definitely going to do Sturgis again this year. So let's just say Sturgis, South Dakota, from Northfield, Minnesota. Oh yeah, it's only 8 hours. I'm so used to living in the West where like when you travel through California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, like it'll literally take you a year. and and then you go to other places and it does not take that long. So, yeah, so it's a straight shot, 8.5 hours if I go on the 90 through Sioux Falls, which I've done before, and I'm definitely going to do that again. I love the route on the 90 to South Dakota, through South Dakota, excuse me. It's easy and there's so much to see. I mean, you can literally stop in South Dakota and just like feed some prairie dogs. It's so much fun. And I want to go back to Deadwood and do all that stuff. I'm not going to do Mount Rushmore again because I did that once and it was, it was okay. Hey, how are ya? Hi, everybody. How are you, Jason? Yeah, so I'm definitely going to go through South Dakota again. I really like the camping in Deadwood, like in Deadwood National Forest. So I'm going to do that again. And I also really like Mitchell, South Dakota. So I'm going to go there again to see the Corn Palace. So. Ah, Kathleen, that's funny. Oh, but the prairie dogs are so cute. You don't have any pet prairie dogs? You should get a pet prairie dog. I would probably come over if I could snuggle it. But I learned that prairie dogs don't really like to be snuggled. I tried. But I love South Dakota. I'm a little bit jealous that you live there. I really love it. So, but I love visiting. And that's why I'm in a van. So I can go travel and visit. So I'm excited to go back to South Dakota and spend time there. I'm going to do Mitchell again. I'll stop at Wall Drug again. The difference between, hey Ron, nice to see ya. Crap, what was I going to say? I don't remember. Oh yeah, the difference between last year and this year's summer travels is I have the Zero Breeze air conditioning unit. So I will feel more comfortable if there's something brief I want to stop and do, like with Winston, or I need to leave him in the car for 10 minutes or something like that. I'll feel more comfortable now because I have the Zero Breeze unit. So that'll make a huge difference between this year's travels and last year's travels. I do have working air conditioning in my van, but if my van's off and not running and I need to lock it, I can still have the Zero Breeze air conditioning in there. So, game changer. Yeah, so I love Deadwood and the Deadwood area. Like I said, I found some really great camping there when I was there last year. I found like kind of a unicorn spot that literally it literally overlooks the town of Deadwood. And if you've never been there, it's a historical town. So effing cool. So cool. But I had a spot on top of the mountains and it overlooked the entire town, and at night all the lights were lit up and it was just me and Winston. Granted, that's the only night I actually slept with my gun out and next to me because a creeper showed up and then he left, so it all worked out. But besides that, it was really cool. It was an awesome spot. And I highly recommend. So I'm not going to do as many touristy things in South Dakota this year because I did a lot of them last year, and some of them I just don't really have an interest in going back to. But there is stuff I want to do there. So from there, so I like to avoid Colorado at all costs. So on my way home, I might go through. It's hard to avoid Colorado, but I might go through Wyoming. I might go through Buffalo, Wyoming on the 90. So, okay, so I can take the 90 all the way to Buffalo, Wyoming. I just learned that. So, okay. So if I take, let's add a stop to my route here. Nope, wrong thing. So right now, from Northfield, Minnesota to Sturgis, South Dakota, which is like the area that I'm gonna camp in, it's only 8.5 hours. I can do that in a day if I want. I don't really want to. I like to keep my driving. I used to be able to drive 15 hours in a day. I just don't anymore. I just don't want to. I've done that. I don't want to anymore. So I like to drive about 6. That's my minimum. 8's kind of my maximum. So anyways, so 8 hours, and then, okay, after Sturgis, if we go to, what did I just say? Gillette or Casper? Buffalo. None of those. Okay. Buffalo, Wyoming. Okay. So that's only 3 hours. Okay. Then Buffalo, Wyoming. So I think I might go home through Utah because I don't like Colorado. And I much prefer driving through Utah than Colorado. Hands down. I strongly despise driving through Colorado, like strongly. Doo-doo-doo. So what if we just make Ogden, Utah, our next stop? Ogden, Utah. Been there before. I've been to all these places. Okay. 18 hours. So only 7 hours then from Buffalo, Wyoming to Ogden, Utah. And then that takes you right through Evanston, which I've been there before too. But depending on the weather, I might want to go to Montana. So, I just don't like Colorado. I don't like the altitude. I don't like the mountains. I don't like the snow. Even though there's no snow really in August, the highways are bad, the mountains are bad, the altitude's bad. It's all bad. I hate driving through those mountains. Arizona mountains is like as good as I want to get. Yeah, I just hate driving through the mountains. Yeah. And it's always under construction. Ugh. So. Okay, so I'll go down through Utah. And then, yeah, I can go pretty much straight from Ogden down through Kanab, and that'll take me into Flagstaff in Arizona. So I think that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably go, actually, I guess I'll just finish up my route here. Add stop. Home. So yeah, a little crazier of a route heading home. But that'll be my touristy route where I'll do my touristy things. That has me going through Las Vegas. That's not the route I'll take. I'm going to go down through, from Provo, I'll go down through Richfield and Kanab, Utah, and then go down through Page, Arizona, and all that sort of stuff. So. Yeah, and actually I haven't been to North Dakota yet. That's something that, and you bring up a good point. So, but I want to go through South Dakota. So I also still want to go to Montana. I've never been through North Dakota or Montana. It's on my list. I didn't go last year because it was too hot. It was literally like 100 and something degrees in Montana when I wanted to go. So I avoided it last year. But drove through Vail in the snow. Yeah, no, I've driven through Colorado in the snow as well. Snow or no snow, the mountains there just don't do it for me. I'm just not. I'm not that person. And it just stresses me out thinking about it. So, but I think that'll work. Going through Wyoming, I might shoot up through Montana. I love Idaho. I just have no reason to really get over there this year. And I am having to limit my travels. You know, it's going to cost me 3 or 4 times as much in gas this year than it did, 2 years ago. Double as much as it did last year. Thankfully, the states that I'm going are a little cheaper in fuel than Arizona. I mean, like I said yesterday, I paid $5.09 for per gallon, and that really is hurting my wallet. That's really hurting my wallet. But I think that's kind of a good plan. But again, what's nice is that since I travel solo with Winston and he's amazing, I can really do whatever. I can change my plans at any time. I mean, I did that last summer. I changed my plans so many times because of weather. And I even went home midsummer and bought a new van. Last summer, I was up in Utah. I was literally all the way up in Salt Lake City, Utah. Mid-June, drove home to Phoenix, bought my new van, my silver van, and then hit the road again and did the rest of my summer trip in my new van. So that was fun. But yeah, so Tuesday, Winston and I are hitting the road again. Like I said, we're avoiding everything this weekend except for hanging out with my mom. So I'm going to see my mom tomorrow and my brother. And, yeah, so I'm going to do those things. And then I have this new stuff to integrate into my van. If you guys didn't see, I got some new stuff at Five Below, including this really nice storage cube that's going to replace the ugly navy blue one I have sitting in my van. And I just got some cute things, and necessary things like for Winston, waist bags and socks and things. But so I'm going to go back up to northern Arizona on Tuesday, but I'm going to try out a different spot, some different camping. So I'm going to, and I might even, and I'm thinking in the next, I don't even know, what's the date? I don't even know what the date is. The 28th. So May has 31 days. So in the next 2 weeks, I might go up to the Grand Canyon and go to the South Rim to do some camping. Because there's some really cool camping up there. And it's only 4 hours from here. So I was kind of thinking maybe I could go like up to Flagstaff in the area and try out this new spot that I'm kind of interested in. So maybe go up there for like 1 or 2 nights and then drive just like another 2 hours and go to the south rim of the Grand Canyon. I have taken Winston to the north rim of the Grand Canyon before, but we didn't camp. He just saw it. The Grand Canyon, in my opinion, like you need to see it once because it's one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. But once you've seen it once, it's kind of like, it's like you've seen it, you've done it. It's like, what is there, to do? I don't know. But I haven't camped there, so I want to camp there. Unless you're like into all the hiking and the rock climbing and all that type of stuff, which I am obviously not. I am obviously not into any of that. I just want to like camp and hang out and like look at everything. So I think we might go to the South Rim. But it depends on it. Like I said, it depends on weather. Where's going to be the nicest? We like to spend so much of our time outside. I'm not one to like hunker down in my van. I want to be outside enjoying the sun and the fresh air. And, I really want Winston to enjoy the journey. That's, part of the reason why we do it. So, I was thinking about checking out the South Rim. Now, I find all of my camp spots on campendium.com, which... Kathleen, I have heard of Theodore Roosevelt National Park. I've heard of that. Can I not say anything in the chat? Can I not chat in my own chat? How do I do it? Dang it. Okay, well, I don't know. But anyways, I was going to write Campendium. So campendium.com is where I find most of my camp spots. When I travel, I use iOverlander a lot. So Campendium is not an app, it's a website. So I was really confused about that 2 years ago when I started using it. It's not an app, unfortunately. It's just a website. I like campendium.com because it's run by people like you and me, and it's contributed to by people like you and me. And I really like that. I spend $20 for the entire year for the premium campendium because that allows me to see like cell phone service maps and things like that, and that's really important to me because I have to have service to work on the road. So, but then I use iOverlander when I travel a lot because the benefit to the iOverlander app, which is available on, Apple and Android, is that you can find like parking lots, potable water, public showers. iOverlander is great for those things. So if I'm like driving down the I-40 and I'm like, man, I just really need a place to stop and stay for the night so I can get back on the road in the morning, iOverlander has the best information for that. You can look for Wi-Fi, dump stations, everything that RVers and van lifers and campers need. iOverlander has that information for you. So I use both of those both of those, that site and that app very religiously, just in general. But iOverlander is mainly for camping. So I just pulled a thread off my notebook, so it was bothering me, and I didn't think it was going to be like that, but it was. Oops. So yeah, that's how I find my camp spots, and a lot of people ask about that. But Campendium is super helpful, and it is free. Like I said, I pay for the upgraded version for the few extra benefits that it has. And then what I like about Campendium is you can find your free camp spots, and you can set up a bunch of filters so it can be free. So you can always find free spots. And then if you do that, it'll only show you free camping. And it has great reviews. People are really helpful in their reviews. So, oh, it is under control. Great. Thank you so much for letting us know. Yeah, I know the tunnel fire they had been working to get it under control. I just didn't really know where they were at on that. I know a bunch of like OHV areas up near Flagstaff were closed the last couple weeks, like Cinder Hills and things like that. I also noticed because I was camping away from Flagstaff, but other people were too, so there were a lot more off-road vehicles and things like that near the areas that I was camping in. But so Campendium, this is what the website looks like. And it's nice because it shows the top campgrounds for the week. Camping news. So this states with the highest and lowest gas prices for summer 2022 travel. Let's read that, actually. I'm kind of interested. States with the highest and lowest gas prices. Okay. So, of course, individual state taxes have a huge are a huge factor on gas prices, of course. So let's see, states with the lowest gas prices. Heading into the summer, the states with the lowest average gas prices are Georgia, Missouri, and Oklahoma. That's good for me because I'll be going through Missouri and Oklahoma. I know where I'm going to fill up, those two states. Other states with lower than average gas prices include North Carolina, South Carolina, Alabama, Kentucky, Arkansas, Texas, and Kansas. Okay, so I'm going to be going through Texas and Kansas too, so that's good news. The western states have the highest national gas price average, including Arizona. Idaho, Oregon, California, Nevada, and Washington are the highest, of course. And then Idaho, Oregon, Utah, Arizona, and Wyoming are next. Florida, Illinois, Maine, New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, District of Columbia, Alaska, and Hawaii are next on the list. So basically, the middle of the country, the heart of America, has the lowest gas prices. So that's cool. So Campendium has a lot of really helpful things like that on there that you can take advantage of. So this evening, I think I'm going to take my adapters and my mouse repellent spray and like put this stuff away in my van. Get like, you know, my cords organized. I'm probably even going to bust out my, this does not go with this, bust out my PV200 solar panel and hook it up to my Bluetti now that I have the adapter. This goes into the Bluetti, this attaches to the solar panel. So this is the go-between. So I have to put those things away, as well as my other things that I got. I have to cut these. So what's cool about Five Below, that store that I went to, is like their merchandise changes consistently. So I'm gonna go back in a couple weeks and see what else I can find there. But I liked this Good Vibes Only bowl. I thought that was so cute. And then my poop bags. And I got my laundry and my towels and like everything cleaned up and done, so that's cool. And my van seems like pretty, hey Roseanne, how are ya? My van seems pretty clean, after all of the pollen work I had to do to get all that crap off. The next step is cleaning the outside of my van. I miss being able to go through the car wash. Yeah, hey Graham, nice to see you, by the way. I've never been to Oregon. I don't really have much of an interest in going up there just because it seems so wet, like rainy, cloudy, like damp. I'm so used to like the dry sun. I'm just a sunny girl. I like to be outside. I like to be in the sun. And I've heard that it's easy, like for van life mattresses to grow mold and stuff like that. Well, like in Washington and Oregon, because it's so rainy and humid and moist, if you will. I don't know what any of that's like. A lot of people have asked me about like condensation in my van. I'm like, I don't know what that is like. I grew up in Indiana, but I've been living in Arizona for so long. So, and I'm sure, like, I know Oregon and Washington are so pretty and so beautiful. So I will get up there. I will get up there eventually. Just like when I'm ready to face the weather. And I mean, I can't pay, I think gas is like $8 in Seattle right now. I'm like, I can't afford that. No normal person can afford that, me included. So I have to wait for like everything to come way down. I mean, I'm even concerned about, you know, being able to afford my trip to see my family this summer because it's so expensive. So yeah, I've heard that the Pacific Northwest has a nice winter time frame. You kind of have to be there at the right time. So that's like when I visit my sister in Miami Beach. It's like, oh boy, it is humid as a mother here. I tell you what. when I've been going to Florida my whole life on vacation, like ever since I was a little girl, but man, when I drove to Miami with Winston in 2020 and I visited my sister because she lives on Miami Beach, I was just like, how do people live here? I guess I've become so spoiled with Arizona climate, and I fully admit that, because in Arizona all we have is dust. We don't have hurricanes, we don't have tornadoes, we don't have anything really. We just have dust and sun. So and my sister and my brother-in-law, in Miami Beach. They're both triathletes, so like they'll bike and they'll work out and stuff in that humidity. And I'm just like, you guys are nuts. But it is nice to visit because my skin really appreciates it when I go to those super humid climates. And I have so many friends like up in Washington. So I'll get there someday, just, you know, when I'm a little more prepared. So, well, the zero breeze is supposed to work in humidity and humid climates, and I'll be able to attest to that when I use it this summer. I'll be able to give you guys a good report of whether or not it works in humidity. 'Cause, you know, I'm going to be going through Texas and Oklahoma, both very humid states, at least in the area I'm going to be in, especially Oklahoma more so. But even in Minnesota, you know, I'll be experiencing that humidity. So we'll see if the zero breeze works. Yeah, Krista, I'll tell you what, girl, Houston humidity is brutal, and San Antonio humidity can be pretty brutal as well. San Antonio's hit or miss, but it's pretty humid. It's pretty humid too. So, yeah, but in the meantime, I have some, you know, my fridge, I also took my fridge out. I still need to clean my power stations. I still need to clean my solar panels. I still need to clean my fridge. But I have the next 2 days to do those things before Winston and I leave again on Tuesday. And head up north to do something fun. So with that all being said, I am going to show you what I got at Cabela's today because I almost forgot. So give me a second. So y'all know how I like to dress with my oversized men's t-shirts. And also I hate clothes. And also I think that spending money on clothes is a huge like scam in humanity because I just think it's silly. So in 2020 I went to Bass Pro Shop and I got a whole bunch of t-shirts during the summer because they were $5. And guess what I just did again? Yay. So Bass Pro and Cabela's have their $5 shirts back for the summer, and I am so excited because they're a really cool design again this year. So I got all of my Cabela's shirts. I got 5. Gray, red, navy blue, and another navy blue one, and another navy blue one, because they're my favorite, you guys. These are my favorite shirts. They're 60% cotton and 40% polyester, so they're so soft. They're super high quality too. So yeah, I got 5 of these shirts because this is what I like to wear. And, you know, I'm just American F, so I like to wear them. I mean, and you can't beat $5 for a t-shirt. And they have everything from kid sizes, like up to 3X, and they're just unisex, so, you know, they're just basic high quality t-shirts. So I got 5 of those today. Because I'm not girly, I hate clothes, and this makes it nice and easy. And they're easy to roll up and store in my van. Because my brother taught me the army roll for clothes. So, got those today too. So if you need some cheap clothes, inexpensive clothes that are high quality, go to Cabela's or Bass Pro, or you can order them online too. I saw, get yourself some $5 t-shirts. I mean, you can't beat $25 for 5 shirts. Yeah. So basically, this is my new wardrobe, so you guys will be seeing me in these from now on. So, okay, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to do some things because my ADHD is kicking in, but I appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out with me. Have an awesome rest of your Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. And, yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.